Sorry, they're playing my jam outside. Anyways, welcome back to my diary series vlogs. Oh my god, guys. Shit hit the fan yesterday, so I couldn't film a diary series. I was just so mentally overwhelmed, mentally tired. I was asleep most of the day. So what happened is me and my husband had a disagreement, and he's just a very serious person, and he doesn't really, since I went to anger management and all these classes, he doesn't know how to communicate his feelings correctly. So I was trying to talk to him, but he started yelling and all this, and I was just like, I can't do it. I'm done. Like, I told him, like, why are we even together if we can't even communicate and talk about the most simplest things? You know, we're adults. We're not fucking teenagers where we just be like, it's over. We're broken up. No, it's none of that. You know, we're married. We have a kid together. Like, we need to sit down and talk about this. And he just kept on getting louder and louder. So I was just like, I can't. I'm done. I'm just going to go out and smoke a stogie. And he was in the living room, but then my daughter came out and started going off on him. Not to mind you, she's only 13, but you know, she was telling him, like, you know, I'm 13 years old. I shouldn't have to help my mom. You know, it's not that she shouldn't have to, because I tell her she just shouldn't have to. She's only 13. She needs to live her life and not worry about, Mom, can I get you something to eat? Mom, what do you need? Mom, how can I help you? That's my husband's job. And that's what she was going off on him. And it's like, if he can wake up and make the cat tuna with her little kibble mix and all that every friggin' morning, then he can attend me more than I just had surgery. So that's what the whole big fight was about. Me and my husband already talked it out. You know, he really has something to say because my daughter did spit facts. And yeah, she got a little too insane with him, where he had to grab my baby and just take off for a walk, because my daughter is hard to control. My 13-year-old one she's hard to control. And she was like, you're not taking the baby anywhere. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That's not even your baby. And I'm like, stop. I'm like, I was holding her back. I'm like, let her go. He's going to go for a walk with the baby. She needs to be out of here because she shouldn't be witnessing how crazy you're getting. So, and how crazy he's getting. So let him go and let her go. And so she was just, my daughter was just hit her breaking point, I guess, because she has so much going on in her life. Too much for a 13-year-old to be having going in her life. So, she is just overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed because, you know, I don't know. I don't know what's going through my husband's head. I know he's depressed because I've noticed after this big blowout we had between all three, he's been very quiet. And I'm like, what's going on? Oh, nothing. I'm like, I'm your wife. We've been together for 10 years. I'm your wife of 3 years. Like, you don't think I know you already when something's wrong? And I know he feels bad because a lot of things we said to him and told him was true. Like, you know, he's been more preoccupied trying to take care of my 2-year-old. But, you know, I also need his help. I cannot depend on my 13-year-old. It's not fair to her. She's only 13. She needs to be a child. She needs to be a teenager. So, yeah, so I think he's been feeling down. And another reason he's been feeling down is because he's been trying to look for a job, even though he works with this contractor, but it's not like every day, it's on and off. But he's been trying to find a stable job, and he already got a third interview or a second interview. It's second or third interview, but I'm like, they're not going to go out of their way to make you come all the way down to where you have to go knowing you live in the desert for an in-person interview if they're not really interested in you. I'm like, best believe you have this in the bag already. But he just doesn't feel so confident in himself. And I'm like, he gives himself less credit than what he deserves. So that's another reason he's been depressed, because he doesn't have a job right now, but I already know he's going to get this job. And I know his self-esteem is going to go over the roof. And backstory, it's in a place where he used to work in 2017, but he got fired for going in smelling like alcohol. But my sister had told him before she passed away that if he ever worked there or if he kept the job, he would have gotten really far in the company. So I have a feeling my sister from upstairs is working her little magic and is trying to get him back in, because she knew how valuable that company is and how much he can progress and go really high up in that company. So I have a feeling she's working her little magic fairy dust and is helping my husband get that job. And she must be so proud of him as well. Hi, baby. So, yeah, I'm very excited for him. Bridget, get down. I'm very excited for him. Also nervous because if he gets hired, oh my God, we have it made. We're gonna be able to live so comfortable. Well, not that we don't already, but we're gonna be able to live more comfortable and be able to put money away. More oranges. Excuse me, my husband went shopping. So I'm just seeing all the cool stuff he brought. I'm like, ooh, more oranges. What are those, plums? Plums. So anyways, yeah, so yesterday was really hard. We all took a break from each other. My daughter went to her friend's house. I was asleep. My husband was in the living room. But you also gotta understand, we live in a one-bedroom apartment that it's very, very tiny. So we're always cooked up in the same space. I'm pretty much sure once we buy a house, it's gonna be different, because one's gonna be in the back in the pool, or they're all gonna be in the pool, or one's gonna be in the living room. So we're all gonna be spread out, have more space and everything. What is that?
Coffee.
Oh my God, I want some so bad. Ooh, he got some good stuff. Fruity snacks. My baby's gonna love these. So yeah, our baby's pretty spoiled. But what can I say, guys? She is the baby of the family. But things are getting better. My back is feeling better, thank God. And I think that's about it for right now. Everything's good. Besides yesterday, which is why I couldn't film one, but everything's good. I'm not a freaking mess like I was a few days ago. I'm sorry. I was just a freaking emotional mess. When I went back and watched that diary series, I was just sitting there crying of how hard I was laughing. Like, oh my God.
Sorry, there's no problem.
Honey, I think these are herbs. I think these are herbs. Oh, this is premium filler. You buy your own roses and put them in there, make your own arrangement. Thank you. At first, I'm like, I thought it was some herbs. I'm like, ooh. Y'all girls need to get down and cook. But how? Oh, anyways, guys, I'm just gonna cut it here because I'm getting sidetracked everywhere. But I'm gonna cut it here, and I will see you guys tomorrow in my next diary series. Bye.